Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
So this example, I could say, was an example of a mini insight, right? So this is insight with a little I. Insight with a big I, it's like you don't fall back from it. Once you've had that realization, it continuously affects you. But insight with a little I is you maybe have a realization, but a few days later it's starting to wane and you find yourself falling back again. So this is insight with a little I. Basically, it was a weekend, and I woke up feeling really low, sort of like griefy low, with lots of sort of sorrows on my mind, and they were sort of going around my mind, but also I felt physically just very, very low. I didn't want to get out of bed, but actually I decided that I would get out of bed, and I would do my Tai Chi practice outside to just try to come into relationship with the world outside. So I went and did my Tai Chi practice. It felt like I had lots of resistance to just moving, but I did it. Then I came back inside again, and I thought, I think I could manage about half an hour's meditation. So I'll just try and sit a bit. And all I could do really, because I was full of all these sorrows, was just gently sort of come into relationship with my breath and my body, and just try to relax a little bit. But I kept being distracted by these thoughts. But it was probably after about 20 minutes, suddenly a thought arose from within me that I sort of hadn't had that thought. It just came up that I thought about a friend, and I thought that she was about to have an experience where she might feel loss. So a sort of spontaneous thought of empathy for another person just came up, and that helped to sort of lift me out of myself a little bit. And then it was like I connected more universally with that everybody loses. Everybody all the time is going through things that are pleasant, pleasurable, that we like. But constantly we're losing things. And sometimes they're just little things. We've just had a nice time with a friend and then we go off. But sometimes they're bigger things. And that everybody's going up and down. So I was seeing just everything going up and down. It seemed very transparent and sort of insubstantial. My being, I suppose, was still searching to try to get me out of this sort of low state. And then I had another thought, and that thought was, you can always act for the good. So another thought just came up, that even if you're feeling really low, even if you're feeling ill, you can always act skillfully. You can always act for the good. Because even, let's say you're feeling ill and low, you can be kind to yourself. You can develop some metta, some kindness. Every moment has that possibility. You can always act for the good. So that thought came up, and that thought just completely, it was like, lifted me out of the depression. Because in a way it was like, there's all these things going up and down, and you're losing, gaining, but you can always act for the good. So it was something substantial. Whether it was a weeny-tweeny little flash of the all-accomplishing wisdom, or just something entering me, but I completely, for the rest of the day, there was no trace of depression. It was quite an ordinary day, but it was like, wow, something happened.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.